Welcome. We're going to start with the warm-up first. This will be a boot camp type of a workout. We're going to do our warm-up, cardio, Tabata style today. We'll do upper body and we will do core. Then we'll warm you down, cool you down, stretch you out. So let's just go ahead and start with a little jog in place. Just a little jog to warm us up today. When we do upper body today, you'll just need a light to moderate set of weights. Something that will challenge you after several reps. When we move to upper body, we'll rep out for about 45 seconds for each exercise. Let's turn this into jumping jacks. Nice and easy as we warm it on up. Arms spread out nice and wide. And if you need to, start right here. Take out the impact. Just getting a little blood flowing to our muscles, to our joints. Let's pause right here. Body weight squat, body weight squat. Toes are forward, tailbone comes back. Knees stay behind those toes. Toes are forward, they're parallel, and they're parallel with your knees as well. Shoulders stay over the hips. We're gonna add on from here. It's gonna be one more squat. Now we're gonna sweep the arms down and back, lift up the toes. Down and back, lift up on the toes. So I'm not coming down as far in my squat now. I'm more or less rolling through the ankles. So I'll show you from the side. Just half squat, lift. Half squat, lift. Trying to make length from my toes to my fingertips. So I'm reaching nice and tall, keeping the core tight. Swing those arms, go back on up. Let's hold ourselves steady, lifting one heel at a time, twisting through the torso. Shoulders again are stacked over the hips, turning the hips side to side. We stop as if there's a wall right behind us and we don't want to hit it. We're just going to stop, stop. Control the twist, control the turn. Loosening up our midsection right here. Next up, feet can come about hip distance apart. We're going to roll it on down, so fold yourself in half. Fingertips come to the ground, facing forward. Come to a plank, and then walk it back. Tilt your pelvic under, towards your chin, pike those hips. Come back to stand, we'll do it again. Walk it on down and out. And then now as you walk it on back, tilt your pelvic towards your chin, pike those hips up. Give a nice slow stretch to the top. Roll everything back right here. You got it. Loosen anything up that you need to, stretch anything else out that might be sore or tight. So, we should be warmed up right now. We're going to move into our cardio. I did tell you this is going to be Tabata. We've got 4 moves. We're gonna take one move and go at it as hard as we can for 20 seconds. Take a 10-second break, repeat it. Total of 4 times, total of 4 moves. So move 1, repeat 4 times. We're starting with a burpee. Your favorite, get it done and over with first. So it's going to be a squat down, hands come down, stay wide with those feet as you hop back, come in, and come back on up. Now, you can come down and step, 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 step if you need to take out the impact. You can also come down, lunge, if you need to take out even more of the impact and intensity, but I want you to move fast. I'm gonna start with the burpees first. That's where I'm gonna be. But you choose what works for you. And while you're saying this, you can say, I love burpees. Here we go, down, back, in, up, down, back, in, up, down, back, in, up, down, back, in, and rise. Use those legs, squeeze the backside as you stand. Keep your core tight. 20 seconds is done, stop. 10-second rest, we're gonna do it again. Now, if you feel like you wanna bring it up a notch, add a jump at the end. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Down and back. And you can add that jump. Jump is optional. But we want to get that heart rate up. We want to get that blood pumping. So let's go. That was 20 seconds, time. Pause. Take your little break, breathe. 2 more times. If you want to make it even harder, add a push-up. Down, back, push-up. Hop it in, and jump. This is an option. You certainly don't have to do it. But if you're in the mood for a little extra, this is extra right here. And pause. That was 20 seconds, 10-second rest. This last time, all out, whatever you want. Any kind of burpee style you want, just make sure you're doing it. Ready, set, let's go. Down and back, in and up. Down and back. Can you go a little faster? Can you jump a little higher? Almost there. I'll show you the next move. You'll be happy because we're standing. Next up, we've got a scissor shuffle. We're going left and right for 4. So it goes 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, join me. You're on the balls of your feet. Your heels are lifted. We're just doing a little scissor, scissor, scissor. And pump those arms. Scissor, scissor, scissor. And pause. That was really quick, right? I'm going to show you side profile. The way to intensify this, go faster. 4 to the right, 4 to the left. Let's go. So you'll see that the balls of my feet are down, my heels are up. Pump those arms. You can get real robotic on this one. Scissor, scissor, side to side. You're moving laterally. And pause. Heart rate should be up. We're breathing, so take a nice inhale here. And exhale it. We're doing it again. Balls of your feet. Let's go. So your weight is shifted slightly forward. Weight's shifted slightly forward. We're not back like this. We're here. So it's not a jig. We're shifted forward just a little bit. Pumping those arms fast as you can. All right. There's 3. We're on to number 4. Go, 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 go. Fast feet, fast feet. You're getting somewhere today. You're going fast as you can. We're weaving through a crowd. Working on that lateral movement. Go ahead and stop yourselves. All right, just take a nice deep breath. Grab some water if you need it. We get a short break right here. And then we've got 2 more moves to go, okay? We are gonna do a high knee run 4 times through. We've got a squat after that. High knee run tips. Knees are gonna come up hip height. The feet come flexed ahead of you when you high knee run. Or you can point them. I think it makes more sense probably to point them. You're coming up hip height. Get those hands there if you need a point of target, okay? After we finish 4 sets of those, we're gonna come into a squat. Nice and upright. Knees and toes turned out. Hopping in and out. How's that minute feel? Probably pretty good. High knee run. Knees come up hip height. Try to reach your hands with your thighs. Sometimes that little pitter-patter helps you keep a rhythm and a pace. Gives you a goal to aim for, rather than just lifting those knees up. And pause. High knee run's not happening for you. I want you to march quickly and still get those knees up. Back at it again. Here we go. Run it on out. 2 more times. Back at it again. High knees. Fast as you can. Get them up there. Stay nice and tall and upright. Keep going. And pause. One more set, don't we? Stay with me. If you need to take it to a marching at this point, do it. Otherwise, try your very best. Get those knees up. Stay upright. Shoulders over the hips. Core tight. It's engaged right now. Helping you lift up those legs. Breathe, breathe. Stay. And pause. I told you we've got the squats next. Let's start with a hop out, hop in. We'll build from there. Let's go. Out, in, out, in. Toes turned out, bend at the knees. Sink back with those hips. Last set, best set. We're gonna fire through this 3 more times. And pause. If you can, we're gonna take those arms up. Chest lifted. Here we go. Out and in, out and in. As you come out, press your heels into the floor. And as you come in, land on the balls of the feet. Kind of like a ballerina. Out, in. First position for any dancers out there. Pause. 2 more. I know you can stay with me for 2 more sets. Then we're going to the upper body. Let's go. Out, in, out, in. Dig deep. Push through. Breathe. Keep those knees and toes wide. Keep your chest lifted. Abs tight. Pause. 1 more set. We're seeing that finish line. It's right ahead of us for our cardio. Ready, set, let's go. Out, in, out, in. Just tell yourself, I can do this. We've got about 15 seconds. You can do anything for that amount of time. Push your body. Keep going. Listen to that victory bell. You made it through your cardio. Fantastic job. Moving on to our upper body. So right now is your chance to grab water. Grab air. Make sure you have those weights out. Nice deep breathing. It's a good chance for that water. How we doing? Are we hanging in there? Feels good now. Bring that breathing back. First set, probably your heaviest weight that you have right now. I'm gonna grab my 10s. That final bell at the end of our cardio feels really good. 45 seconds. Go ahead and grab those weights. We're gonna come up, turn, press, and then lower back down halfway. So you're doing a halfway up bicep curl, turning the weights at your shoulders, pressing overhead. And when you press overhead, I want you to not clank those weights, but come up straight overhead, leaving a little space, maybe an inch or 2 between those weights. Come down your shoulders, pull back in. All we're doing is just taking it in reverse. That's move 1. Move 2. We're gonna come to hammerhead, front raises. Let's go ahead and start. Halfway up, curl, turn, press. Come back down, turn, drop halfway, curl, turn, press. Come down, turn it back, halfway curl. Are you hearing me? Are you seeing this? Take a look at yourself. If you can find your reflection nearby. Are you matching me? Maybe not my pace, but are you matching the movement from your halfway up curl to your shoulder press? Straight up overhead. Now notice my legs. I staggered my stance, one leg forward, one leg back, because I don't want to arch my back as I shoulder press. People have a tendency to do that. I'm going to switch out my weights and move on to my front raises. They're just going to come up parallel and at shoulder height. Drop and rise. Drop and lift. Your shoulders should be feeling these right now. If you need to, drop the weight at any time. Gravity will take over. Your arms have weight to them. We are here for 45 seconds for each exercise. So we get a lot of reps in. Staggered stance if you need to. If you're fine, feet parallel underneath your hips and a little bend in those knees. Pause. Woo, that timer feels good right now. Next set of work. We are moving on to alternating shoulder presses. From there, we're doing a bent over fly. So shoulder presses, I'm gonna go back to my heavier set of weights. This time, they're right in front of the shoulders. I'm gonna press one and then the other. Your bicep should come up right next to your ear as you extend, press, extend. Weights do not rest on your shoulders. Your elbows tuck in right in front of that rib cage. You come straight overhead. I have a little bend in my knees. I'm supporting my body, and when I feel my back start to arch, I take that staggered stance. Keep pressing through. Ooh, shoulders. Woohoo! Press. You don't need heavy weights for this when we're doing rep after rep. So use what you can. Use what you have. Switching this out to a bent over fly. So I'm gonna take a big bend at the hips, a flat back, sticking my chest out, pulling my shoulder blades back, and I'm gonna rise to shoulder height again, squeezing those shoulder blades together, like you're pinching a pencil in your back. If you're feeling this in your shoulders, I need you to bend over a little bit more, stick your chest out, and squeeze the back. Lift from the back. This is like wings. You're flying. Neutral spine. As I'm talking to you, my head is cranked to the side. Here's neutral spine though. If I stuck a broomstick down the length of your back, you'd be nice and flat. That's how you know your neck is neutral, you're not kinked either way. Finding a focal point just ahead of you works best so that you're not looking at your toes. All right, next up, we have side drops. So you're at a T, and you're gonna drop one arm at a time. Now, these weights are feeling kind of heavy right now. So, I can drop the weights and just use my body weight to squeeze, drop and squeeze, drop and squeeze. You're still working those arms. So even if you don't have a weight, keep moving with me. We've got one more exercise after this. We're gonna work our backs, our triceps, and our rear delts. That's our triceps in the back of our shoulders. So I'm gonna grab my weights back again. Give me that nice bend at the hips, flat back, neutral spine. Weights are gonna come from hip height up. Squeeze and lift. Don't let them drop below that hip bone. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Press. Press back. Press it up. Press. Squeeze. And if you need to, lose those weights and just squeeze. Using those muscles. Lift, lift. Lift, lift. There you go. We're almost there. You hear it in the music. And pause. Are you ready to do that set all over again? Yes, we're gonna do it again. Get some air, get some water. Swipe the sweat. Whatever it is that you need to do. When you start working out a lot, You get cute clothes, you get matching sweat towels even. Coordinate everything. Pink bottles, pink, today's pink. It is Wednesday, isn't it? We're filming this on Wednesday. On Wednesdays we wear pink. So we're coming back to that heavier weight. We've got our halfway curl, turn and press. We're back at the start again. So let's get ready. Halfway up, turn and press. So I did switch out my weights the second set through because I know what I felt the first time. It's okay to adjust your weights as needed as we go through this workout. We're just pressing. Push through. Adjust that stance if you need to. Halfway curl, turn, press. Right at shoulder height. Halfway curl, turn, and press. Halfway curl, turn, and press. Our front raise is next, so I want you to think about switching out that weight if you need to. We're just coming straight up. Thumbs up, hammerheads up. Shoulder height, straight arms. So from the side, you're leading with your knuckles ahead of you. Nice and tall. Arms are parallel. We're just lowering and lifting, nice and controlled. We'll transition out of this in just a minute. Stay with me. Remember, if you need to, drop the weights. Your arms have weight, and there is also gravity. All right, lower and down. We're going back to our next set of weights for our presses. And after that, we're coming into our bent over fly. Watching that spine. Shoulder presses. Arms are right in front. Pressing that bicep right by the ear. Fixing your stance if you need to. One arm at a time. Press. So our shoulders are the focus here, but you're gonna feel that the rest of your muscles in your arms are assisting you. So alternate that press. Straight overhead, straight over that shoulder. Squeeze at the top. We're working the top of that shoulder, so that's where you wanna squeeze that muscle. It's more than just working through a joint. I want you to think about squeezing and focusing on that muscle. It's telling you I'm here. You gotta listen to it. All right, from here, coming into our bent over flies. So remember what I said about your spine. Little bend in the knees, big bend at the hips, chest sticks out, shoulder blades pulling together as we fly. Now, my alignment, you should be able to stick a broomstick along my back, and it should be straight. My head, neck, shoulders, my spine, and my tailbone should be in perfect alignment. Common mistake is to drop the head and look at your toes, or to look up, which you're probably looking at me. Turn side profile, and then turn your neck to look at me. So your spine is still neutral. You can still see me. But you know what, we're doing this back fly right now. I think you can do it after just kind of getting a peek at me. And then listen to my voice for those corrections. We are moving on to our T-drops. I didn't even need these light weights again. Remember the first set I dropped my weights halfway through, and you can do that too. We're just gonna drop one and then raise the other. Drop it and raise it. Keeping both arms up for a microsecond. So a tendency here is to drop the wrist. I need you guys to keep your wrists in line with your forearms. Knuckles are reaching wall to wall if you need to. Woo-hoo. Lighten that load. We are almost done with your upper body. We have one more move after this. You ready for it? It's coming. It's a great one. We get a whole lot of muscles work when we do this next one. And I actually have one lighter set of weights here I'm gonna grab out. that I wasn't sure I was gonna need or not, but hip height, lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze, control and squeeze. Little bend at the hips, little bend at the knees, and we're squeezing those shoulder blades together in the back, working the back side. This is a hard to reach spot, everybody, and you might feel that even holding a weight gets very heavy. It might be a weaker spot in our bodies, that's okay. Think about it, we never do exercises or daily movements this way. So it's great for us to do this, to strengthen those muscles. This is gonna help with your posture. There's that bell again. Good job, good job. We're gonna move on to core. So I'm gonna move my equipment around just for a second, clear out my space, get my mat so that you can see me. I will still need one weight, you will still need one weight. Option is to not use a weight, but it certainly helps add a little bit of resistance. It would be a moderate weight, maybe a 5, maybe an 8, maybe a 10, okay? I'm gonna stick with my 8 for today. So take this time to breathe. Stretch out those muscles a little bit if you need to, right? As you make your way down to the floor. And make sure that my mat is in good view for you. We're gonna start with our weight about a foot ahead of us. So if you have a mat, you're just gonna put the weight about a foot ahead, maybe about 9 inches or so. We're gonna go through several exercises here. First one starting on our stomachs. We're gonna come up to an elbow plank, and we're gonna be a comfortable distance from that weight. We're just gonna tap the weight, tap the weight. What happens with your legs is you're gonna stay nice and wide so that your hips aren't rocking from side to side. If they're narrow, you're gonna be rocking like this. I want those hips wide, so as you tap, tap, you can squeeze your core and try to keep everything very centered, very still and stiff. That's move 1. Move 2, we're gonna do some lifts using the back. So everybody's gonna come on down to elbow plank. Elbows are just underneath the shoulders. Feet are wide as you want. We're gonna tap one arm at a time. Tap that weight. It's a dumbbell tap. Dumbbell tap. Dumbbell tap. Dumbbell tap. If you don't have anything in front of you, you can just hold plank. Work on holding that. You may also come down to your knees if you need to. Protect your back. Keep your core tight. So if you need to come down to your knees as you strengthen your core, that is okay. Perfectly fine. Keep tapping. We're gonna stay with our stomachs on the floor for this next one. Plant those feet into the floor, so get your toes planted. You're gonna take your elbows out to the side. We're gonna do lift-offs. So feet are planted. You're gonna lift your chest, squeeze your rear, and work that back. So we're lifting and lowering. Goal is to get your chest, your rib cage off the floor. Looking a couple inches ahead of you, neutral spine. Lift and lower, lift and squeeze, lift and breathe. Don't forget to exhale and inhale. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the way down. And you get about a 15-second transition here to switch over to a weighted crunch. There are several ways I'm going to show you this weighted crunch. You may stay arms straight up over the shoulders, crunch, crunch. You may come to reverse tabletop, which is a 90-degree knee bend, or you can come flex flat feet, trying to reach that weight straight up to the toes. Most important thing here, your nose goes to the ceiling. You're lifting your rib cage straight up, straight up. So see how I'm pointing my fingers here? That sometimes reminds me that I'm going straight up. Then I'm not crunching towards my knees. Then I'm lifting upwards, drawing my belly button in towards my spine, keeping my lower back on the floor, and using my center to do the work. There's no jerk or jump. It's up, up, down, down, control. From here, drop that weight. We're going to go ahead and bend the knees. We're going to reach from ankle to ankle. So this time I want you to tuck your chin a little bit, but keep your chest lifted, straight up. We're gonna reach rib cage to hip bone, rib cage to hip bone, rib cage to hip bone. Reaching a little further each time. Your midsection should be nice and warm right now. You should be feeling this in your obliques, which is the side of your abs. Squeeze, take your time. Really reach and squeeze, reach and squeeze. So we don't have to do this very fast. If you look at me, I'm actually going pretty slow. It's like a 1, 2, 1, 2, and lower it down. We're gonna repeat that set again. So I'm gonna have you just breathe, breathe, breathe for a minute here. Not a whole minute. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Get that weight back into place. And we're coming right back at it again. Take that time to settle yourself. Hang with me. One more set, and then I have 2 bonus moves after that. We can do this. Core is such an important part of our bodies to work. It's what holds us upright. It's what holds us nice and tall. It's part of our posture. It's not just for vanity's sake. So let's go ahead and back down to those elbows. Nice and wide with the feet. If you need to, come to your knees. We're gonna do a reach, tap the dumbbell. Alternating those arms. Elbow comes back straight underneath that shoulder. Heels are lifted in the back. You're in the balls of your feet. And if you look, I don't know if you can see me because you're busy, but my hips are not twisting or turning. They're very, very straight. In fact, I could probably straighten out a little bit more. I feel like maybe my booty was in the air. So if you feel like that butt is up, tilt your pelvic towards your chin, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your legs, squeeze your abs. That's all part of your core work right here. If you need to, like I said, come down to the knees, and then let's lower everything down, anchor your toes into the floor, elbows come out wide to the side. We're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Lift as high as you can. Trying to squeeze your glutes. Squeeze the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Lift the chest off the floor as high as you can. Work that back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Elbows out nice and wide. Lift and squeeze. Control it. It's again not a jerk jump. It's a lift. Control. That will make the difference in your strength and in your results. Turning back on over to our backs. Remember, you can keep your feet on the floor. You can turn yourself into a reverse tabletop, or you can flex the feet flat. Weight stays straight over the shoulders, and we're reaching and lifting. Controlled. I'm doing an up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Little micro hold, then back down. And when I lower, I'm actually not lowering completely. I'm lowering just about where my shoulders, the tops of them, hover, and then I'm coming right back on up again. This is called time under tension. I'm keeping tension in my center. So if you need to, bend those knees. Maybe you don't have the length in your hamstrings, and that's fine. Just bend the knees or drop the feet down. We've got our ankle reaches. So we're gonna reach for an ankle, reach for the other ankle. The goal here is to keep the shoulder blades lifted and off the ground, your chin tucked in to protect your neck. Something that happens when you're doing ab work is your neck might get tired. Those necks have muscles too. We've got to work on building those up. So it's okay if you want to support your neck, if it does get tired, but I need you to give it a little bit of work too. Over time and practice, you will strengthen your neck, just like we're strengthening every piece of our body today. If you think about it, I don't think we left one muscle group untouched, which is pretty awesome. So we did a full body workout today. I have 2 more moves for you. First one, we've got a Russian twist. So you're in a V-sit with or without the weight. Elbows tuck in tight to that rib cage, and we're just gonna twist and twist. Here's the thing, we're here for a full minute, okay? So I want you to really take your time with it and control the move. Sitting in a V, nice and upright. After we do these Russian twists, I'll take you into some side plank holds. So take your nice deep breaths, get that weight ready to go. Elbows tucked in and we twist. Chest stays lifted the whole time. Knees are bent. If you want to advance the move, get those knees and ankles held together and float them off the floor. Otherwise, lower those heels. Toes can stay up. Your knees are a comfortable distance away from your bottom. So you've got a nice knee bend. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees. It can be a little bit wider. We're halfway. You have 30 seconds left here. Are we feeling these? Are you working hard at home? Don't give up on me yet. Don't give up on yourself. We're gonna keep working all the way to the end. And then we'll do some lovely stretching. That's what everybody waits for, is those great stretches at the end. Keep working that core. Fight for your strength. Reach for those goals. Coming into a side plank hold. So I'm gonna spin my mat just a little bit here. We're gonna go 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. Options are on your elbow on a knee. Just make sure that you have straight alignment from your shoulder, your hip to your heels. Other option would be to stack the feet or take your top leg, stick it front. Ready for lift off. Elbow underneath that shoulder. 30 seconds on one side. Lift, lift, lift. You can even reach the ceiling if you want. Okay. Things might be shaking right now, that's okay. Those are your muscles in action. You are working, you're doing the work. Lift and hold. I'll tell you when to turn over. You can either roll over and turn your back to me, or you can flip over to the other side like I'm about to. Do you hear it? It's coming. That was it. 30 seconds on the other side. So go ahead and flip yourself around. Elbow underneath that shoulder. Stack the feet, or drop a knee, or take that top leg and stick it forward. But you are in a straight line. Shoulder, hip, heel. And if you want to, reach for the sky. Lift those hips up. So tendency is to drop. Lift. There's a string pulling you towards the top. Lift it and hold it. Almost there. Yeah, good work, good work, good work. We're gonna go ahead and come down to our bottoms and do a nice forward fold. Reaching towards those feet. You can grab onto the ankles or the calves. What I need you to do is to think about your nose going towards the wall, not your nose to your knee. So folding over, we don't get very far. But reaching forward, chest lifted, nose towards the wall, we get a really nice length on the back of our legs. When we get the length on the back of our legs, we then open up our back. So if you ever experiencing lower back pain, sometimes it's tight hamstrings, even tight calves. So stretching out your body, elongating the back of the legs in a stretch like this will help alleviate that pressure in your back or that tension in your back. So folding forward, leading with the chest and nose towards the wall, lengthening the back of the leg. From here, we're gonna take this into a figure four stretch. So take one ankle over the thigh, bend the bottom leg, thread through. You can lean forward a little bit here, pushing that elbow. You can even just open up, hug that leg, opening up that knee, which will open up that hip as you lead your chest forward towards your ankle and give yourself this nice stretch. Oh, it feels good on my hips today, I can tell you that. Remember that cardio we did in the beginning that worked our legs a lot, so this should feel really good. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So keep that knee bent. Take the ankle over the thigh. This knee can open up. I want you to push on the meaty part or open up that elbow, maybe hug it on in here. Oh yeah. Pull that ankle towards your nose, or maybe you want to walk your heel in a little bit more. Sink with your chest forward towards your leg. Open up that hip. That should feel really good right now. One side might feel tighter than the other. That's okay. It happens. From here, go ahead and drop both legs. The bottoms of the feet are together. We're going to come into butterfly. So my elbows are going to push into my thighs. I'm gonna lift my chest up. My head as if a string is pulling it up towards the ceiling. I'm gonna lean forward, pushing those thighs down with my elbows. I'm gonna take you through a couple shoulder stretches that I personally love. So I need you to really listen to these directions. We're gonna flip over onto our stomachs. You're gonna lay flat with your arms out to your side like goalposts. Go ahead and take one arm, walk it forward about 3 inches, but keep that elbow bent. As you turn yourself towards that arm, you just moved up just a little bit, okay? You're gonna take this opposite leg and kind of bend it behind you. This should open up your chest and open up your shoulder. We did a lot of shoulder work today. Let's try it on the other side. So goalposts, you're laying flat on your stomach, hands are at goalposts. Take the opposite hand, walk it forward just a couple inches. You're gonna take the opposite leg, tap it behind you, or just let it hang behind you. Mine's not quite tapping, it's just hanging. And this other arm's gonna kind of push the floor away from you, opening up that chest, opening up that shoulder. Oh, wow. This is where you find all of the tension from life when you start doing your stretches. All right, go ahead and push up to all fours, then into a down dog. Slowly walk your feet towards your hands, staying in a fold, and then roll it up to the top. We're gonna open up the chest and standing. So you're gonna roll the shoulders down and back, take those hands down and back behind you, open up the shoulders, open up the chest. Take a couple inhales here. And then wrap it arm across, meaty part of the arm, shoulder down away from your ear, and reach, reach, and stretch. We're feeling good now. It always feels good at the end. You should feel accomplished. You should feel like you did some great work today because you did. Like I said, everything got worked. You should be feeling really good. We've got one more stretch. You're going to go ahead and wrap those fingertips together, round out the back. So I've got this, here's straight, here's C curve. Tilting the pelvic under, arching the back, opening those shoulder blades. Go ahead and release it. Give me 2 inhales. Good energy in. One more. Very good energy in. Hold it inside of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.